this they new Chanel. Did they splash? Did they drill? Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Gibson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cowan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cowan slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Pushing through the contact. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
52's the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. 54, Seth. 39.
Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Get up.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
6-yard line.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Ryan. Open man is Samuel, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Samuel. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 26, check 26. 54, south. Check. 52.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Ryan. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do? And, oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And this one through the uprights and good.
This Washington 14, Panthers nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ryan winds up and lets... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
The ball carrier, Deron Payne on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Panthers Panthers nothing.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the gun, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to look deep for more. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Show it up. Show it up.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Washington.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be taken in by Anderson.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Cowan. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Number 16.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Cowan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cowan dancing to his left. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Cowan. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Cowan. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Cowan. Smith catches left side. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground with Jones. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Jones. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. No gain on the play. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come get some. Hey, 59, ready? Here, 29 is the Mike 29. Check.
From the gun, Ryan going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check 82. Check 82. Let's put him on the
To throw again, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Washington 28, Panthers nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go one more. Check. Hey, free play.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
52 right here.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Throwing again. Ryan taking a shot for Sam. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he's got it. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Carolina Panther.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll give to Spiller, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Washington.
Back to throw. Cowan. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Cowan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
First down, Washington.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and he takes it in. Touchdown.
What's up, though?
Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
No, I see no invite.
Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Oh, it probably came late. Oh, I'm playing the game.
Worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
and it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often. So the
Yeah.
time in preparing each week
What's up? What's up?
is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Gives to the running back, and he takes it all the way in.
Oh, dislocated shoulder.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. reacted. Instead, it's second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
I knew that's where he was going. I just didn't get to my guy in time.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
Ryan will throw again. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. This is close.
Wow.
Inside the 15. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina.
I still don't understand that. How this nigga, I'm playing over the top and he still can get behind me.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
Boy, that route is really tough to
Your game is over. Fuck the top. I'll get closer. Finna run this shit out of the ball.
To execute offensively, but you're saying don't forget it's tough to cover for the defense too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, nigga. Let's go.
All attention's going to be on the person running with the football, but how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return. Yardage that we won't even account for in the box score may help them win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cowan. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 27 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington.
Fumble recovery? Game is fucked up. Hey, you still there?
Is there bad blood that went into
Man apart.
ahead of time that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They go play action with Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Oh, hit fucking what you call by mistake. I keep hate it when I hit R1. Nigga got lucky.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Cowan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Eluding the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
All right, up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Completes it to Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for DJ Moore. It's now
line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has